What's up, world? This is your guy, Guitar K, and today's video is called Turn Pain into Purpose. Look, man, we've all been through things. We've all had struggles. We've had our ups and downs. But look, me, you, we are most qualified to help the people that we used to be. I'm going to say that again so you don't miss it. I am most qualified to help the person that I used to be. And the crazy thing is that helping them helps me more than it helps them. That has to be one of the most beautiful win-win situations on the planet. So if you want to know how you can help me, point me in the direction of some people that need some help. That's what helps me today. Helping people that's in a situation that I used to be in. Look, man, for so many years, I kept myself in a cocoon. I kept myself bottled in, trapped in by my behaviors and my actions, the things that I was doing. I kept myself in that cocoon. But just for the day, I have broke out of that cocoon. I spread my wings like that butterfly. And I'm flying, y'all. I'm really flying, and I'm grateful for how life is today. But I can only keep what I have by giving it away. I gotta help people. That's how I stay doing what I do. That's why I do what I do. That's why I make these videos. That's why I be of service. That's why I pay it forward, because I am the most qualified to help the person that I used to be. That is how I choose to turn my pain into purpose. I got purpose today. Look, it's a Bible scripture, Genesis 5:20-22. It says, "As for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, to bring it about that many people should be kept alive as they are today." That's what I'm talking about, man. I kept myself in a near-death situation, a near-jail situation for so long that I'm grateful that I'm not in the situation that I used to be no more. And all I want to do is just help people not be in the situation that I used to be in. Look, man, struggling makes you strong. Going through something makes you strong. And I struggled for so long, man, and it gave me strength. I'm blessed today to be on the other side of the struggle. But the only way to keep it is to keep giving it back, to keep paying it forward. I got to keep turning my pain into purpose. Without purpose, the pain will come back. Look, trees that grow in inclement weather and harsh winds, those are the strongest trees. Look, man, I've been through so much things, so many hard times, like we all have, man. But we draw strength from those times. You can't get strong without struggling. You can't get strong without going through anything. But look, man, Genesis 5:20, it talks about how that's Joseph talking to his brothers. You know, his brothers sold him into slavery. But without that happening, he would have never became the great man that he became. You know, his brothers and everything was struggling, and they was dying. They was on the verge of death. But they came to him. They didn't even recognize Joseph. Joseph had became high ranking in Egypt. And he saved his family, saved his whole town. None of that wouldn't have happened if he wouldn't have struggled, if he wouldn't have been through the things that he'd been through. So he was talking to his brothers. They was hating on him. They was jealous of him, so they sold him into slavery. They sent him away. But if it wasn't for going through those things, he would have never became the great person that he was. And he could recognize people that's going through things. He can recognize people that's suffering and struggling. And that makes him want to not be like his brothers and not want to send people into struggle and make him want to help people. That's what I'm saying, man. I recognize the struggle. I know what pain is. I know what trauma is. I know what it is to be down and out and hurting. So I'm qualified to help somebody that's struggling. But like I said, the crazy thing is that helping them helps me the most. Turn your pain into purpose. Whatever you went through, man, your story, your testimony, like it says in the scripture, is going to keep many people alive today, man. If you still alive, if God got you still on this planet, I don't know, maybe you went through a real bad accident, maybe you went through a real bad injury, or you went through a real bad sickness, or just whatever you went through, and you're not that person anymore, you are the most qualified to help the person that you used to be. You know how you pull an arrow back? Look, the further and the further that you pull it back, the further it's going to go. Look, man, I was pulling myself back for years, man, for years. Man, look, God done released me. And I'm shooting out there now, man. I'm trying to help people, man. Like I said, it helps me the most to help others. So just for the day, I'm going to continue to turn my pain into purpose. Look, I ain't going through all that pain for nothing. It got to be good for something. Why not make it to help others? Again, turn your pain into purpose. You are the most qualified to help the person that you used to be. This is your guy, Guitar K. Be more